Okay, welcome to San Francisco again, because it's one of the greatest places to fly in the game, in the world, it seems. No, it is always a lot of fun. Plus, I'm doing some testing just now, and San Francisco is just a great place to test. So, what kind of test am I doing? So we're in the Sim 4 beta, where they've changed it so that instead of showing the stereoscopic view on the screen, you've now got just one of the VR eyes, and you can just record your screen. So it's a whole lot easier to record the game, less taxing, less of a pain. Fantastic. So that is the main thing I'm testing. Then I'm recording using NVIDIA, using the AV1 codec at 1440p at 50 megabits per second. I'm going to see how that's looking. I've already done a couple of little tests and it seems like it's good. Then hardware, using the NVIDIA 5080, Intel 14900K, and the settings, we've got native Quest 3 resolution, using DLAA for the anti-aliasing, but not using any of the upscaling. Frame rate, I mean, to me it just seems great. Sure, it's gonna have little blips here and there, but it's overall it's pretty. Honestly, I don't have a frame rate counter on, but if you were to tell me this was running at 72, I would fully believe you. It's so smooth, and usually in VR it's way more obvious when the frame rate's low. So yeah, I honestly think this is running so good. And there's something else on top of this that I'm wanting to test that we'll see how it goes, where I've been experimenting with using something to stabilize the video. What a great place to fly, honestly. Look at this, absolutely crazy. So stabilizing the video, because VR is shaky, you know. It all looks good in the headset, but just every single, because of the weight of the headset, you know, there's just this shake that you can't shake. So, and I'm finding that unfortunately to be the case, where I'm trying it with DaVinci Resolve, trying it with Filmora. I don't have Adobe Premiere Pro, but the other two, they're just not doing it. I just can't get it to. It just doesn't. They don't seem to accommodate what I'm looking for, which is just a crop in, you know, a centimeter worth of screen to account for that sort of shaking that's going on, which will also zoom the video in a little, which I think is actually good for VR, even if you do lose some of the resolution. VR, it's obviously so freaking in your face that when you're watching something from VR on a flat screen, it never does it justice for how cool it looks. So I think a bit of zoom is a good idea. So that is everything I am testing. Other than that, we're just cruising around, and really I just want to be able to get the videos to look as good as possible so I can do more like tours of different cities. But wow, is this something else. And wow, I don't think did I say about the main taxiing settings in the game are the terrain level of detail and the objects level of detail. Both of those are set to 80 right now, which I'd say is quite high. You know, that's not. And there's a lot of stuff to be detailing in the old terrain and object level of detail. So it's pretty flabbergasting, actually. This is really good. Wow. I've got this downloaded as well, because one of the updates they brought in was being able to download, instead of constantly streaming everything. So sure, it's streaming stuff in, but it's from local, not from the internet. So I think that's helping as well, to be honest. I don't know. It's just, it is running it quite freakishly smooth right now for there being so much going on. I could go into the city, but I honestly just like being around all this stuff with the hills, and then you get like a really... we're going to go get some good views over this way. Satellite imagery is amazing. They say it's, you know, photogrammetry for these cities, but I don't really understand how they do all that. Try and minimize the shake as well. I've got the headset on quite tight, which is a little too tight right now actually. I'm going to loosen that off a bit, but so then the shake will probably increase. But I'm sort of thinking I might have to get the Quest 3 Elite strap, because that'll add the counterweight and make it all just a bit more secure, and then the videos might not need stabilized. Because again, I really don't think I'm going to get anywhere with the stabilization, sadly. Filmora just wasn't doing it. It just didn't make a difference. And Resolve tries its hardest, but it doesn't know what we're trying to do. I'm sure it's very good for like GoPro footage, but it doesn't seem well designed for the fact, you know, it's always trying to account for like distortions and blurring and stuff like that, but every frame is perfect here, so it's not like a regular video. So yeah, it's just not working out very well. Right, we'll go along this highway, or whatever you call this road. Very nice to be able to record without having to use Oculus Mirror though, because that was the main performance hindrance for trying to record and get it to look half decent, and now it's just the recording itself, which isn't really adding any, it's not, I don't know how much it costs performance wise to record, but it's not much, or it doesn't seem to affect anything. It doesn't really get old though, seeing from VR perspective, seeing just the sheer number of buildings, absolutely fucking crazy, said the hillbilly. Crazy. I wish I did have an FPS counter on, because this is good. I have to try New York after this. Another great place to fly for obvious reasons, but no, there's just something about this particular, what would you call it, like topology and the amount of buildings that just makes it so cool to fly over. Topography? Yeah, I think. One of those, the hills. And just with the satellite imagery being so great too, it doesn't have to be a particularly cool landmark for it to be cool to fly anywhere here. Just all looks really good. Maybe we'll get out and stand on the Golden Gate Bridge. Now that we can do that. I suppose we could go and see Alcatraz, but alright. That is very cool. How good has Alcatraz been done? It's alright. It's alright. think we'll end it there. Maybe, right, okay, let's go and land on the building and get out. We'll try and land. Just imagine, you know, in a few years' time, they've got the groundwork for, I say this every time that I do a Flight Simulator video, but the groundwork for GTA Planet Earth, where, you know, imagine you just landed here, but all the quality just bumped up a shit ton, and then you've got like guns and stuff. That'd be sick. It's just insane that we do have the entire planet as in PlayStation 1 form. In fact, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 1 wishes, obviously it's pretty freaking cool, despite the fact that up close it's not so cool. I don't know how to start the engine again. I don't think I do. Is that it? Hey! Don't like the sound of that. It appears we're missing something. We're not really building up much power here. I'm a little bit concerned that while we're taking off, I don't feel like I've got any control or much power. Oh, we're getting there. Okay. That's alright. I am still going to go over to the Golden Gate Bridge just to do the same. Try and take some risks. Oh, that's nice. going to land on top of the Golden Gate Bridge over here successfully and be able to get out, even if it means I fall to my death. Maybe not on top actually, we'll try and land on that middle bit, because that thing, radio, whatever it is, yeah, whatever that is in the way. So we'll try and land on this bit down here. Looks like it's gonna be easy. Certainly a lot bigger than I was expecting, so I think we'll be alright. Nice one. There's no fucking way I'm not trying that again. I don't really understand why we crashed there, to be honest. I say we. Me. Is it just the game not liking me trying to land there? That's what it felt like. It didn't seem like there's anything else wrong. So we'll make sure we're in the center so we're not clipping the blades off of anything. Which it might have been what it was, I wasn't paying that much attention. We've spawned in a bad spot here. Yeah, I don't think it's liking me trying to land here at all. Which I'm not liking the fact that it's not liking me trying to land here. Try again. I'll try and land a little closer to this edge in case it's something. That's disappointing, guys. Obviously we all want to try and land here. Wonder if it'll let me get out just now. There we go. Hey! Oh man, I would have got minced there. Oh Jesus, that is quite high up. God. Right, we're gonna base jump. Oh, we're not gonna base jump. And there is underneath the bridge. Okay. Sweet.